I don't know why I did this, but I decided to do a 5K before going on a 13-hour flight. Not my finest hour.
I'm pretty sure death is imminent.
After a shower and a few tears, I waited for the plane. I was so excited.
That's it, man.
We got comfy and off we went. Like every other plane ride I'm on, I had to touch everything to see what was going on. We're going 10,000 miles away from home.
The map.
And there were so many things to look at on the monitor. It was great. Airspeed, heading, 10 out of 10. The earplugs and eye mask were a godsend. I opened the legs I opened the legs on my chair and cracked open this Pokemon Crystal game, which turned out to be fake, so I couldn't use the real-time battery and couldn't save. The food was alright. I was just happy to be eating something comforting. There was just like no flavor that high in the sky. I'm not gonna say the flight was easy, it felt really long. And as we closed in on Osaka, I couldn't hold in my excitement. We had a nice landing, and before we knew it, we were in the land of the rising sun, which meant one thing. Yes, the toilets are real. We waited for a bus to shuttle us to Kyoto, and I couldn't comprehend how clean everything was compared to Toronto. Funnily, after being on a plane for 13 hours, the drive to Kyoto was a German sausage. The worst. Out front of our Japanese house was a vending machine, which was great. I'm pretty sure we drank every Sprite in Japan while we were here. And like every tourist that visits Japan, our first stop was 7-Eleven to get some quick food and whatever this was. Meanwhile, I was playing Pokemon Go non-stop. We got to this Japanese restaurant, and being awake for so long and a few other things really started to kick in. It probably would have been a good time to go to bed, right? Wrong. We did karaoke, and I'll let you watch how that went. Right across the street from Kyoto Tower was Don Quixote, which took us forever to find. I didn't film too much because we had to pay attention to what we were doing. But after that, we went home and passed out for 2 to 3 business days.
There it is, but Energy Gym.
That Energy Gym. Pump weights make you calm. Come over, all over and then calm.
Not bad.
Yeah, this is.
Please God, don't be Hikori sweat again. That was so bad.
The next morning, we set off on our adventure, walking every small street near our house. We took a basketball break.
Nothing but net.
Surf advanced level.
Then we went back to 7-Eleven during the day, sober. There was so much food at really reasonable prices. I was in heaven. Then, down the road, we went to Family Mart as well. Our neighborhood was incredibly beautiful, and the architecture was remarkable. I think that was one of my favorite parts of this whole adventure. I just love looking at buildings. Now, by this point, we didn't understand the bus system or the transit system yet, so we just Ubered down the road to a Hard Off, which is like a second-hand store that they have all throughout Japan.
Unfortunately, it's the drunk section, so I don't know if it's.
I was weak in this place. It had all of these retro cameras and game systems, and anyone who knows me knows found footage is... woo! That is chef's kiss, my favorite stuff to film. I was looking for a tape player as well, and didn't find anything this time around, but I just couldn't stop looking at all the different tech they had.
wasn't entirely a hit, but now we know price point, what we're looking for.
By this point, it was like north of 33 degrees Celsius and I was frying. But it felt good, you know? It was like a dry heat. Past luscious landscapes, I headed back into the Minami ward for the next stop of the day. I passed Toji Temple, and that's when I realized I had Ubered like a block away from my house, and I probably didn't need to do that. I could have just walked home. So, on my way home, I stopped at the next location, Book Off. Now, Book Off was really fun because there was tons of games and Pokemon cards and, well, books and DVDs. You know, I'm not a proficient Japanese reader, so I passed on those. Wasn't going to pick up any books here, unless they were picture books. That I can understand. The Pokemon prices were pretty decent. I headed back to peek into Toji Temple, and I saw a turtle and a heron, which is like the most Japanese feeling thing ever. And then my camera lens kept fogging up because the temperature changes from inside and out are so drastic. I went to 7-Eleven and got a quick katsu meal. Then, that night, took a nice walk through the neighborhood. I felt completely safe here, and after about an hour-long walk, I stopped to get a drink from the vending machine. There were so many things to try, but tonight I would stick with a Red Bull. Oh, the entire time I was walking, I was playing Pokemon Go again, because I had it in my mind that I could collect all the original 151. Believe it or not, I don't walk this fast. I sped up the footage so that way I could get to a Lawson, which is the third Konbini stop of the day, and it's like the end of the holy trinity of Konbini. I ended up grabbing some onigiri. I had a few coins left, so I went to this 7-Eleven, but the blinds were down, and I didn't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing, so I just kept playing Pokemon Go and went on my way home. Oh, speaking of, on the way home, I saw my dream car, and I just like stood there and admired it for a bit. I love this car so much. One day, you will be mine. Essentially, I used this time to scout out where I could film things and bring my camera to take photographs, and I ended up using those coins to grab a nice cold water at the end of the night. And yeah, I called it a night. The next day was going to be a big one. We were heading to a bamboo forest. This was breakfast. By this point, we were getting a little bit of rain since it was typhoon season. And we went into Toji Temple to spend some time there. You know, in the rain, this was a pretty nice treat. We grabbed a taxi, and about 20 to 30 minutes away was the Arashiyama Bamboo Forest. Now, this place was majestic. The rain falling, the beautiful lattices made out of bamboo, as well as the towering bamboo themselves. We were literally the only two fools to do this in the middle of a rainstorm. So we had the place to ourselves. The single is out now. The link is in the bio if you like that song. We also messed around and made silly videos.
Gotta be careful in the manholes.
No taxi or Uber was willing to pick us up this far away, so we waited like 40 minutes to get a ride. And when we did, we went to the beautiful and wonderful Aeon Mall. This place was banger.
Yeah.
There were puppies.
Look at that. Oh, look at that.
We ate beef tongue, and you know what? Pretty good.
That's it?
Now, what is a trip to Japan without going to the arcades? Akuma rammed his balls in Kirby's mouth.
Times 3. We got that. Oh.
While I played my favorite game, the coin pusher.
Oh, it's right on the edge.
The rest of the mall was also pretty fun, just to walk around. Now, a train ride away, Akuma found himself in a Maid Cafe. And I think this was the happiest I'd ever seen him. Like, ever.
You know their audience. Maid Cafe review. Oh yeah, he loves it. And you can see here, it's about $22 per person, I think. It's a cash only joint, so there's a nice little stage. Suck it. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After we had finished embarrassing ourselves,
But how many people are there? We gotta get out of here.
we walked around Gion District for a bit, but had to get out of there. Too many people. This district is like where all the tourists go, so we left and headed to a more chill place. So we left and went to a more chill place. Like Kyoto downtown, where we went to the Pokemon Center.
Yes.
Larry the Lobster. I'm gonna wait.
There was a Pokemon raid happening.
They were trying coolish.
We got home. I tried Coolish, and this happened to my sink. Anyway, here's the video we filmed from the bamboo forest earlier that day. I'm EmFuji. I hope you enjoyed this video. There will be another one next Wednesday, so stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hey,
Hey, subscribe.
hey, you know, subscribe.
Please.